Poppa Cap is a musician, content creator, artist, and advocate for psychedelics, and stops by the Trip Sitting podcast to talk about what he's been up to and just have a nice conversation with me. This episode is sponsored by Mushmore. Mushmore empowers its community through microdosing and helps them unlock their full potential. On top of that, they have an amazing community chat that is very healing. You could connect with other like-minded individuals and get advice and just tap in with a really, really amazing community, as well as get access to some of Mushmore's amazing products. Make sure that you are following the Trip Sitting podcast wherever you are listening to this. And if you wouldn't mind, give me a rating. So we get in front of more viewers. Yeah, that'd be dope. I always want to reach out to more people. Let's get started. Let's get it, brother. Welcome, Poppa Cap, to the Trip Sitting podcast.
What
I want to just dive right into this right now because it is at the top of my minds. But you're currently doing a 90-day microdose challenge.
Yes.
What day is it?
Right now we're on day 17.
Day 17, man. How's it? Have you had experience microdosing in the past?
Yeah, absolutely. Not consecutively like this long at a time, but definitely have done a lot of microdosing before.
What was your experience before with it?
Before, really, I had a great experiences, like pretty much on point, like to how I'm feeling now. Focused, clear. Just things feel like it's fluid, just coming and easy and letting it go easy and not getting caught up on too many things. That it's pretty much the same as it is now.
Mm-hmm. And so what inspired you to do this like 90-day challenge? Like actually want to like take it on for that long? I've never done it 90 days consecutively like myself and like fully done it. I've done like a month, 6 weeks at a time. And then I'll typically, take a little break from it. But like 90 days, that's a long time to commit to anything.
I mean, I like to challenge myself. Off top, Justin from Twisted Tree Nursery, he started doing it, and I'm close with him, and I seen him at Entheogen Expo 2, and he seems so like lively, I'm like, man, you look good, bro. Like, that's right. Like, I was hella proud of him. He hasn't been drinking and whatnot, and I just, really admired the energy he was putting out there. And I said, I already like to be challenged, bro. I feel like I thrive in like training, like going through hardships, like I thrive in that. Like, so both those really, the inspiration from Justin and just me, like, I love taking up hard things like this, challenges.
Mm-hmm. Has it been challenging at all for the first 17 days? Like, have you had any days that are like, oh fuck?
Definitely, dude. Definitely. The first week was like the hardest. Really with me, I don't drink anymore, so drinking's not really like a big thing for me. Smoking weed is like my second love. Like my first love as a kid. Like I really fell into like alcoholism young as a kid, like drinking a lot. But then that I've already conquered that beast, and smoking was like number two though. I love smoking tree. I love cheaping, bro. Like I'm from Cali, dog. So it's like, no, it's so easy, bro, out here. And that was really like the hard part in the first week. That and the caffeine, dude. Like I love coffee too. Like people see the clips, like how I was talking about the coffee and normalizing shrooms like coffee, dude. Like, and it's like, bro, I'm a big coffee drinker, bro. Like, so it's like I'm not saying anything that I don't already know for myself. I know these things because I've researched it for myself. So it's like for health, mental health and physical health, and pretty much those two were the hardest, bro. Like in the first 2 days, like it was like low motivation, cloudy, hard to focus because it's I binge a lot, bro. Like it's hard to like find that middle ground with me. You know, I'm an extremist, dude. Like I'm
Hmm.
full in it, or I gotta be like step back away from it, dude. Like you know. So yeah, those first 2 days were like really like low motivation, hard, and uh, basically that, bro. I didn't really struggle with like anything else those first 2 days. In the middle of the week, things let up a little bit, but then at the end of the week, like anger was like I was just triggered over every little thing, like. And usually I'm pretty good, like nowadays in the older version of myself, like being able to manage my emotions. But it was just really, really difficult that end of that first week. Second week,
Hmm.
second week wasn't so bad, but it definitely had its ups and downs. But it was just basically like a way less extreme version of the first week. And we're on the second
Gotcha.
week right now.
So still feeling like the ups and downs and like all of it, but like a little bit more, not as extreme.
Yeah, like I feel like the real like benefits and the focus because people keep asking me like, "Yo, how do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel?" And it's like, man, right now I feel like I'm walking through the furnace. Like I don't feel like I don't like but I am getting some like good stuff out of it, like like real clarity and falling back in love. Like I said, I smoke a lot, bro. Like I'm talking about like 2 3 doobies a day. You feel me? Like so it's
Hmm.
like that's like a big thing, for me. And then, having coffee too, and then I mean Truman. So it's like I'm a high stimulant man, dude. Like so it's like
Yeah.
cutting and then, taking big trips too as well, bro. Like that's my I don't know if I could cuss. I was gonna say. That's my shit, like but that's my jam,
Oh yeah, we
like
can say whatever the fuck we want here.
so okay, yeah, that's my shit, bro. Like is taking big doses. So it's like that was hard too. Like I love I love getting high, bro. Like that's the thing. Like I love Henry.
How often do you do the big doses? Usually.
Man, usually I would say at least, bro, like, it varies, bro, depending on what I'm doing and what I'm going through at the time. Like sometimes I get in training regiments, like physical training regiments where it's like I'm trying to go for real growth. So I don't do it as often during those times, but like typically I would say at least every other week, bro. Like but like some months would be
Oh
like
damn. Okay.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like sometimes it'd be like once a week. So like, I'm Poppa Cap, bro. Like I be eating this on camera. We be filming content. So it's like, and I'm not about the fake stuff, bro. Like so it's like I'm really about to eat this. You feel me? Like so.
Yeah, it's like oh shit, I'm about to film this and for this content, and in about an hour from now, I won't be able to film shit.
No, for real. I be filming it while I'm high, dude. I be like, no, I'm like, bro, like, because we'll usually jam pack a day, like, where we're just doing hella shit, bro, and
Hmm.
it's like, I like, I, it's, I feel like it's more authentic when I'm in it, and that's the thing, bro. Like, people have seen like Twisted Tree, bro. Like, we had a whole day shooting a music video in off of Hollywood Boulevard in a studio in LA, and they came and like they seen, bro, firsthand, like me eating the shrooms, and we are there for hours, bro. And it's like I'm really filming, bro, conducting business, like shrooming, dude, like shrooming like crazy, bro. Like
Hmm.
so it's like, but that's what I like, bro. Like I like more being out in the field, like and doing good big trips. I don't like being like in a room. You feel me? Or eat by myself is cool. Like when I set the intention and there's a specific thing that I'm doing. But like on the regular, I like being around people, bro. I like to keep my mind busy. Like that's just it, bro. Like, I don't know. I've always been like that. Like like I'm a functional like person. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I dealt with alcoholism for a long time, and I was a functional alcoholic, bro. I'm a workhorse. So it's like, like that's why
Hmm.
like I took over my life for a long time. So I was able to maintain myself and do work and drink at the same time, do my vice. So it's like that's always been like one of my things. But now like it's way more calmed down, way more productive, way more like calculated than it was when in my younger days.
Hmm. Yeah. What part of Cali are you from?
Northern Cali, Sacramento, California.
Sacramento. Okay, got it. You're way the fuck up there. I'm from just outside of LA.
Really? Yeah, no, I'm from the north, dude. Are you
Mm,
still out
okay.
there right now? Or are you
Yeah, you guys got better like nah, I'm in Denver now.
oh, okay, okay, okay. This is popping out there for the movement,
Yeah,
though.
you gotta. I was gonna say you gotta come out here if you haven't yet. It's definitely a different vibe out here. So I used to live in Chicago before I moved out here, and one of the big reasons I moved out here was just because I knew that the decriminalization movement and just the psychedelic movement in general, like Denver is where it is happening. Like the rest of the country is looking here to see what we do, and so it's exciting.
Yeah, bro. I know. I've heard a lot about Denver, dude.
So I gotta ask, what was your first experience, and when was your first experience with mushrooms?
Man, first was I mean, I had one that was like really long ago, but I don't really like consider it like back in I want to say 2012, but like it was like
Mhm.
I didn't even feel anything. I took a very like gram and like I mixed it with like alcohol, so like I don't even consider that like my first one. But
Okay.
like where I actually seen visuals and I really did a big dose, like past like an eighth, was
Hmm.
2017. Yeah, 2017. No. Excuse me. 2019. 2019, yeah. 2019.
2019.
Yeah, no, late in the game, dude. Like, but fucking fell in love, dude. Like, the second I had this,
Hmm.
I like, it was so hard for me to find, bro. At the, like, because, like, I come from Sacramento, bro. Like, I come from, like, ghetto areas, hood areas, bro. That's where I'm from, born and raised. And it's like, no, but at this time, like, during the pandemic, really, mushroom was like, that's when it went on the rise. So I got in like right
Hmm.
before that, like it was beginning of 2019 when I first found them. And, yeah, it was dope. It was me, and my brother, and we had like a townhouse in East Sacramento, and it was just me and him. We owned it. We the only ones living there. So it's like we just shroomed out, watched a couple movies, and it was like it was like one of those like giggle, like laughing. We're just like, "Man," I'm looking through
Yeah.
the screen door, like the window. I'm opening the door. I'm like, "No, look at out here, bro! Like you seeing this right now? Like everything's just so bright, vibrant. Like like he's like, and my brother's just like holding his face. He's like, damn, dude, this is crazy. And like I fell in love. I fell in love right then and there.
Hmm. Now, what was the second experience just as magical, or did that one end up being more challenging?
Uh, you know, it I think after that I went and like dabbled in like microdosing a little bit, did like a gram and they were like
Hmm.
oh like just as good, bro. But like right around that time I think like it was like my second or third like but my second big trip for sure, like that's like where I did it. I could ego death for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's pretty common, right? You hit that high at the first time for a lot of people and then like right
Yeah,
you
yeah,
go
yeah, yeah.
back
It's like the
thinking
first one's all like colorful and rainbows, like oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever. And then the second one's is like hold on a sec. Let me really show you what I can do here.
exactly. Exactly. Yeah, dude. Actually,
Was
like
that the first experience, like was it like essentially like intentional? Like did you guys like do the research beforehand on like okay, like set and setting, make sure we have everything, or was it like yo, we just got these mushrooms, let's just eat them and see what happens?
I did my research beforehand because that's how I found out about them. Like I was really like diving into
Hmm.
like growing myself and figuring out working knowledge of my brain. Like I just figured out the time I had ADHD late in life and connecting the dots with a lot of things. Um, and I don't mess with any hard drugs, and that's like been something for a while, for a long time. I'm vegan,
Hmm.
try to keep it as natural as possible. So really, I was only messing with herb, and
what do you consider a hard drug?
I like coke, Molly,
Okay.
a synthetic stuff like crystal meth, like anything like that down that line.
Hmm.
Heroin, oxycodone,
Okay.
methadone. You know what I'm saying?
Do you I'm interested, like it's interesting to me that you consider Molly on that list, given the fact that obviously there's so much research around MDMA, and also too like I mean even like I personally don't believe in such thing as a hard drug. Like
Yeah,
everything that we interact with is a drug. It is our relationship with it that determines whether or not it's harmful for us or whether or not it's good for us in the long run.
Yeah.
And so, like, even something such as, I mean, Molly can have an incredible impact. I just took Molly on Friday for a concert. I had a great fucking time.
Yeah.
My head was clear. I feel open now emotionally. I don't feel the need to immediately do that again because it was, you know, a pretty big experience. But like, I'm like you. I like being high.
Yeah.
And so if I'm in, you know, the proper set and setting, like I know what I'm doing. I feel comfortable. I think that you can have opening experiences on almost any drug, like whatsoever.
Yeah. True.
And a lot of those drugs too, like cocaine. I mean, cocaine's derived from cocoa leaf.
Exactly.
Like Molly is derived from. Honestly, I don't remember what MDMA is derived from, but I know that it is initially derived from a plant.
Yeah.
But it is then obviously, you know, like synthesized and stuff. But
Exactly.
um, have you ever done LSD? Like, do you consider LSD a
No.
hard drug?
No, I've never done. I mean, I said hard drug, but really, like, it's more along the lines of synthetic. Like that's really
Okay.
like where I'm like, I've never
Yeah.
done like I've never done Molly or LSD or MDMA,
Hmm. Yeah.
but I have done like the other ones that I named, before, like in my
Hmm.
youth coming up.
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, I definitely feel different when I'm taking something that, like, when I take mushrooms versus if I take LSD. Like, I can feel the chemical slash synthetic nature of LSD. That doesn't mean it's bad, but I can feel that, like, okay, somebody had to intervene here in order for me to get this.
Yeah, I've done I've done ecstasy before, and I've heard that's like a lot like Molly and
It's like the same thing.
right. So it's okay. So I've done
Yeah.
ecstasy before, and to me, like microdosing is very close to that. To me, like it's very similar. Uh, so yeah, no, I know like like anything can be poison, or anything can be harmful to you in of big amounts. So it's like I do feel like the same thing you're saying.
Hmm.
Like at the end of the day, you can get some benefits out of it as long as there's moderation. But just like I told you before, bro, like it's hard for me with moderation, bro.
Yeah. When you know that you're an extremist, you like you know the paths that you just should not be going down to begin with.
Yeah, bro.
And I respect the fuck out of that.
Appreciate that, dude. I respect the fuck out of you, bro. Like for real. No, like
So when was Papa Cat born?
um, man, that day I did mushrooms for the first time, dude. I want to say, bro, like um, it was like
Hmm.
originally like it started out just as an Instagram handle, bro. Like I've done music since I was a teenager. I did gangster rap and coming up in Sacramento, bro. Like and had a really good
Hmm.
run with that. Like when I was like 16 to like 18, like I was really popping out in the north, bro. And so it's like music that was like always a thing, but I kind of took a step back from it. I had kids at a young age, at 18 years old. Well, 17, like the month before I turned 18. And
Damn.
I had three kids. And so it's like by the time I was like 20, like 21, um, I was like, I have to work, dude. Like I gotta get a job and I gotta like support my family. So I ended up, becoming a chef, working my way up through the culinary industry, and I had a great time at that, dude. But I just missed like so much making music and creating content, really. And I did the shrooms, and at this time was like I already knew I was exiting out of like doing like culinary and opening up restaurants and whatnot. And I was dabbling in real estate. Me and my brother, we had like a real estate company we were doing together. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but we were wholesaling houses.
Nah.
Okay, it's basically it's like middlemanning houses, selling houses.
Okay.
So we were doing that, and it's like I already knew, like, okay, like, and I did that shroom, and one of the biggest takeaways I took from that time era was like, yo, I can really do because like we just jumped into real estate for like a year, right? Like we just studied. Keep in mind, I don't
Hmm.
have a real estate license. You know, I don't have a high school diploma, bro. I don't have a college degree, dude. Like everything I've learned is off of really studying and finding the right, like finding the real stuff to study and ciphering through the bullshit,
Yeah.
bro. And so, like, we ended up starting to sell houses, and like, we're getting checks from selling houses, bro. And like, me and my brother, bro, we're from legitimately, bro, the hood. Like, you feel me? Like, homeless as kids
Hmm.
growing up. You feel me? Like, so it's like, and I'm just realizing, like, wow, we can really do whatever we want to do. We just gotta do it. You feel me? Like, and I'm true, and I'm like learning about okay, I have ADHD. This makes sense why I didn't do so like good in school. Like, I'm around 30 other students. You feel me? I'm distracted as heck, and I'm thinking like there's something wrong with me, and like maybe I'm dumb or like all these negative thoughts, right? And
Hmm.
and really, it's just like I'm distracted, bro. I learn better by myself, like hyper focusing on something for like 6, 7 hours. Like I can study nonstop. And
Hmm.
so, like, accumulation of like me realizing, like, I can really do whatever I want to do. Do I want to do real estate? Like, and it's like I like real estate. I love real estate. I like, I love flipping houses. That's dope. But like, I love making music, bro. I love creating art, bro. I love like all this stuff that I talk about, like belief systems and these tips and the neuroscience behind like tripping and what's out there that we know of,
Hmm.
connecting the dots that all this information's out there and just connecting like this study happened, so it's like there's this going on, and this is what I see. You see it, like it's there though, like I
Hmm.
like real professionals that are coming out with these things, like so. I just it was really connecting all those dots. And then, like I said, I fell upon shrooms through researching ADHD and finding out, I didn't want to do no synthetic, drugs. Like I didn't want to get on any antidepressants or anything like that. I wanted to find a more natural way. And that's how I found shrooms to help, kind of hone in on my potential and my focus. And so I had an Instagram handle that I made, bro, and I really just made that like to find shrooms at first, like I was like, I don't even
Mm.
that, like I don't even know how to like find these things right now, dude. Like no one in the hood knows how to get these. Now it's like my first place to go. Like I'm gonna go to the hood. They gotta know someone out there, like
Yeah.
and no one, bro. Like they're like, no, we can get you this, like, but like, no, we
Hmm.
don't know no terms. And I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. Nobody, and there's all this research online, and there's like all these studies that's showing the benefits of psychoactive shrooms. Like that's crazy. And then like I got a hold of them and it tripped, and then you know, after that, I was like, this is a staple of my life. I'm gonna shroom forever. Like I'm doing shrooms
Hmm.
forever. Facts, dude. Like, okay, like I want to do music, and with the whole thing, like I was thinking about getting back into music, and I was like, but what am I going to talk about? Like, like I'm not the same 16-year-old, 18-year-old kid who I'm running around.
Yeah. Like it's not the same like gangster rap that you came up on. It's like you've evolved as a person. So like the
Whole
the
different
art
person.
needs to evolve with you.
Exactly, dude. Like, so it's like I didn't really know what the message was at the time, and like I just knew like what I was on, but then like the shrooms, like after I did that, like it all made sense. Like, okay, it's all this. It's this whole lane. It's this new age hippie lane. It's
Hmm.
the mushroom community lane. Like, but really like more because I'm sure you're in this industry, like you see like as much as the bubble like was big and then busted after like COVID, it's still the potential is still massive, like
Yeah.
massive.
It's very, very massive. And there's so many different ways that it can go. And like I see it as like it's definitely ancillary to the cannabis industry. Like it's got its similarities, but it's got a lot of differences too, because cannabis was never pushed nearly as hard for the medical benefits, like the true medical benefits, than psychedelics are being pushed right now. Like there were never big like biopharma companies doing anything with fucking cannabis. Like they didn't give a shit. Whereas now there's like all these big ass pharma companies trying to make their own synthetic molecules that are like psilocybin or like LSD and like doing their own little things with them. And so it's I mean, it's wild to see how it's changed, even just over the last like 2 years since I really started diving into this and doing my own research. Um, but yeah, I like being where I'm at, like a little bit on the outside. Like I love psychedelics for the benefits that they've given me. I think that they're great recreationally. I think that they're great for healing, for shattering belief systems. They're great for all of that. So like the narrative that I see a lot of people trying to push, that no, they only need to be used for this one thing. Like I'm trying to break that narrative. Like they can be used for whatever the fuck you want them to be used for, as long as you're using them respectfully.
Exactly. Building pathways.
Mm-hmm. What are some of those like belief systems that it's helped you shatter and helped you break since you first started like your journey with mushrooms to now?
I mean, I wouldn't say uh like it broke or shattered any of them because like I said before, like I was already heavily diving into the mind at this time and all these things. So it's like that happened prior before I even touched mushrooms. I was already on ego death type of things happening, like really like diving in. I was
Mm-hmm.
psycho not before even mushrooms, bro. So it's like, but if anything, I would really say it helped, like, it expedited a lot of things, like, and cemented things more, like things that I already was like on the way, like, I'm like, this is it. This is like what it is, you feel me? And it just like concreted it because being on the trip and then questioning these things and then coming to the conclusion on these things during the trip while you're hyper stimulated, bro,
Mm-hmm.
like, it's ingraining those pathways so much more faster. And so when, you're off the trip, it's solidified.
Yeah. um this is going to be super random. So a couple days ago you posted some of the guidelines for your 90-day microdose journey, and one of them specifically stood out to me that I had a question about, and it's specifically the one orgasm a month.
Yeah.
Is that just one orgasm a month, or is that at least one orgasm a month?
It's just one, it's if it happens type of thing. Uh, yeah, no.
Okay.
And no, no, like, masturbation too. Like, no, it would have to be like a
Yeah.
sexual. And it's like, I'm not the type of man, like, I'm just looking to have sex, like that's not the thing.
Yeah.
So it's like it has to be like a love connection, a very like, a thoughtful thing. Because like we said, 90 days is a long
That's
time, bro. Like shit could happen in
that's
90
that's
days.
some dedication, man.
No, for real, dude. But that's real because it's like under that was under the balancing out the nervous system, and like I said, bro,
Yeah.
like I'm a binger, bro. Like I like like if I can't hit this dope and I can't hit that dope, I'm gonna hit this dope then, like, and I'm gonna go in with that, and
Like you're gonna find something to get that dopamine rush.
exactly, bro. And so yeah, so that it's like because there's nothing wrong, there's nothing wrong on having a meaningful connection with another person and having sex, bro. Like
Hmm.
that's very a good thing and can do a lot for your soul and your nervous system mentally. It's a positive thing, like, but
Hmm.
as far as like, porn, masturbating without porn or anything like that, like, no, you feel me? Like,
Yeah.
it's just you know, you're unbalancing your nervous system by doing that. And you're just making them want more and distraction and all that.
Yeah. It's, I mean, a very interesting relationship that people have with sex, whether it's masturbation or with like seeking out other individuals like for sex. Like I definitely went through my own journey with. I mean, I feel like I definitely had like a mild porn addiction at one point in my life, and it wasn't until I did ayahuasca that I just cut that out completely. And like, and it wasn't even like that was never even my intention.
Yeah,
That just happened afterwards because it was just such like a deep experience that I was like, oh shit, like I've been just using this as a vice, like just to
exactly.
get a dopamine rush. Like that was it. And then before that too, I was also one of the people that like I love to just have random sex with strangers. And I was never in a relationship before that. Not that I hadn't necessarily wanted to be, but just the way that my nervous system was at its baseline, it was not balanced. And so I was seeking other people, like you kind of attract what you already are. So if I already have like an unbalanced nervous system, I'm attracting other people that also have unbalanced nervous systems, and then it's just like fucking chaos.
Yeah.
And so once I was able to have that really big experience and actually like take a break from like almost everything when I came back, like I was like, I ain't talking to women. I'm not going out and drinking anymore. Like I'm sitting and like reflecting and figuring out like what can I do that is actually beneficial for me. Um, and I have a girlfriend and we've been together for almost a year now, and she's absolutely amazing. And like it just happened. Like it wasn't anything that I was seeking.
Congratulations,
But
man.
yeah,
That's beautiful, dog.
thank you. I appreciate that. Um, what about you? What's your dating life looking like at the moment?
Man, I have a fiance, dude. Like, and love her, dude. Like, you know, she's
Congratulations.
definitely a big help. She's beautiful, bro. Like, she actually shoots all the content that you see that we post, like all the videos. She's the videographer for that,
Oh wow, that's awesome.
and she just took over doing
Does
official
she
live.
do the does she do the editing too?
No, no, that's me. Yeah,
Okay.
teamwork.
You got some dope edits, man.
Man, I appreciate that so much, dude. Like creative, bro. Like like I said, I've been doing this since I was a kid, bro. So it's like 16 years old, 18 years old, bro. Like I went viral as a kid. Like you know, when YouTube first started, bro. Like no one was posting on that. And I was doing YouTube vlogs. Like I really was like creating content before people were creating content, bro. Like so, it's like
Hmm.
it's years, and it's like I've always been a fan of movies and directors and just all art, bro, music and everything like that. So it's like I've spent a long time like this is, and before that, like as a kid, I like the only thing like before like like the only time I was actually into school like activities or anything like that was elementary school was like the only time, and during that time era, bro, I was in band, I was in choir, I was in plays, like so I was always like I was in that like you can look at my like kindergarten, like it'll be like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I still have it. It's like I want to be an entertainer, like so it's like
Mm,
this is something that I've been looking at for a long time, bro, and studying for a long time.
yeah. That's that's really really amazing. I had no idea what the fuck I wanted to be when I grew up. Like I was very very influenced by like the society that I grew up in, by my parents. Like everyone around me was college educated and like took relatively conventional paths, and so it never really occurred to me that I could choose a completely unconventional path, just because like I was always pushed in that direction. And like when I was given praise, when I was given love, it was for getting good grades in school, for like doing well on my baseball team, and like for just doing like the normal everyday things. And so to like actually conceptualize stepping outside of that and being an artist and like putting myself out there, like shooting content, it was never something that genuinely occurred to me growing up. And it wasn't until a lot later that once I started working with psychedelics like more intentionally, it just get to a point where it's like, dude, this is what I want to do. Like, fuck it. Like, what the only thing that is stopping me is me. And that goes along with anything that people want to do when people aren't genuinely happy or like feeling fulfillment. The only thing that's ever stopping them is them. It's their own limiting beliefs that are again probably passed down from other people, from society, from other things, but they're the ones choosing to still hold those beliefs and like not go after what it is that they want.
Yeah, man, that's dope, dude. No, for real, bro.
It's
That's like
certainly
hella good, bro. Like to break out of that. I didn't have that like growing up. I was raised by a single mother, and she was at work all the
mhm.
time. So it was like, she did her best, bro. Like, and I love my mom so much, bro. But like, definitely, she wasn't like you have to. She doesn't have a high school diploma either, bro. Like, I've come from
Mhm.
generations of people of poverty, bro. Like, that's literally generations, bro. I come from that, so it's like she wasn't necessarily pushing like you have to have a high school diploma or anything like that. It was more like you have to work. A man don't
Yeah.
work, man don't eat type thing. And so
You're a hustler. It's pretty apparent that you fucking hustle, like you know how to work. You got that work ethic down
I
better
appreciate
than 99% of people.
it. Thank you, dude. Thank you. That means a lot, bro, because I cherish that, bro.
Hmm. Is it hard for you to like sit still and like meditate?
Used to be, bro. I'm more used to it now because it's like I've been, meditation's been a part of my mental practices, bro, for since about like 2018, 2019. Like, figuring out things, natural ways to work with like my chemical imbalance, bro, and not against it. So it's like used to be for sure, bro, for sure. And sometimes still can be like during the first week, like without smoking and like getting used balancing out the nervous system like that during those times, it's still like, it still gets hard, but like I've gotten a lot better, bro. And it's like I'm really engaged with breath work. So it's like it's easier because it's like I'm so like, I know the benefits of breath work and so it's like I'm really engaged with that. So it's like it helps me focus on just, doing the breathing, meditating, and then also running and meditating, bro. Like that's like one of my favorite things to do.
Running?
Yeah, running and meditating, bro.
I when you say running and meditating, like essentially like running as a form of meditation.
Yeah, because meditation is just
Yeah.
focusing on one thing and just focusing on breathing while you're running and really just like nothing else but breathing, and then hope there's a rock right there to miss that like keep fluid. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
Flow.
Like
So
you got to be present.
exactly, you got to be aware, and it's like so that.
Do you run with or without headphones?
Oh, without headphones, bro. Like I tweak out, bro. Like like there's the all these studies and these things coming out with like your phone uh uh having radiation off it. I don't even like I put my phone if my phone's on me, it's like on airplane mode and stuff like that. But
Hmm.
I would love to, bro. But I'm like even when I'm talking on the phone, bro, I only do like speakerphone, like so anytime like and away from my head, bro. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like I really dive into these things and I'm like, okay, like I have a lot of like I wouldn't say it's not like fear, bro, but it's like OCD type of tendencies, bro. So it's like, but now I'm in a place where I'm channeling it and like, this is factual base right here. The data's there, you
Yeah.
feel me? So it's like productive ways, So it's like, no, I don't do headphones. I would love to though, but like at the same time, I don't because it's like it's also a time for me to meditate, bro. Like and time.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that like when you go on a run or go on a walk or like go somewhere like without your phone and like purposely don't put on the radio or anything like that, like you just got to be there with like what it is and like that you can make anything that you're doing a form of meditation
Exactly.
as long as you consciously choose to do that.
Yeah.
So like I went on a run the other week, probably the first run I've gone on without headphones in fucking years, quite possibly ever. And that was like that was the reason behind it, is like I want to really like be present and like use this as my meditation time to just like be there, focus on my breath, focus on the sounds around me, focus on what's in front of me, the path and all that, and like it really worked.
Yeah, dude. And it's like, people like you and I, bro, we're creating content, bro. So it's like, and you got to look at the landscape. So there's a lot of screen time. There's a lot of listening to things. And I create, and another thing is like I create music, bro. So it's like I'm very like now more than ever selective to what I listen to. And I don't really, I'm like at a point right now, I don't really like listening to other artists as much, bro, because it's like I don't want it like, I want the inspiration to come within and like with melodies. I don't like want to take what they're doing or saying or be like,
Hmm.
like that. But it's nothing against them. I just want my stuff to be original as much as I can with influence from my life and life experiences and rhythms.
Yeah, like all it's hard not to get influenced by other things around us, like even subconsciously if you're consuming it.
Exactly.
Like when I post shit on social media too, like I try to post it and then I just shut my phone and then I just
And
like
so,
exit the app. Like I don't want to see anything else. Like I want to make sure that the shit I'm posting is like me.
yeah, no, and that's a great habit to build. Like, I'm here to work, you know, I'm not like, I'm the same, bro. Like I am here, like, because I do be jumping on to ingest, like, but it's like with people in the community, people
Hmm.
who are about this message that we're doing, like, so it's like I'll take
Yeah,
time for that. But as soon as it's like,
like I want to tap in and make connections, but I don't want to be mindlessly scrolling. And I used to fucking like mindlessly scroll on Instagram for like hours a day probably. And now like I got a thing set on my phone. If I even hit an hour, that thing's gonna tell me, and then I'm not gonna open it for the rest of the day.
Nice, dude. Nice. I still do that sometimes. Like not
But it's
hours,
hard
bro.
sometimes.
Not hours. Like because I have once a week. There's like we're talking about the belief system. Like before, like once a week. There's a rest day that I practice, bro, where it's like no work at all. So like it's like really like that's the day like maybe I want to jump on play some Call of Duty. You feel me? Some video game. You feel me? I grew up gaming,
Mm-hmm.
like so it's like play some video game that day. Like during the week, I won't touch it, or like I'll be on my phone. And I'm a big fan of like MMA, boxing, mixed martial arts. So like I'll go and watch like fights that I've been wanting to watch for a long time. Like okay, like stuff like that, or like I'll watch a few podcasts, so and then like even on those days though, like I'll have to cut it short because it's like I know how the brain works. Like if I do this too long, it's gonna like during out the week I'm gonna want to go back to this so much. I got to be careful on binging on content then,
Mm-hmm.
but like I'll catch myself like even nowadays like binging on that.
That's interesting. I like the idea of a rest day. I was talking with somebody the other day, and like they have a whole day where like they don't use their phone on Sundays. Like they literally don't even allow themselves to like touch their fucking phone. And I love that idea.
Yeah,
And like in my life right now, it's like it'd be so hard for me to do that just with the way that I have things set up. And so it's like building towards how do I set my life up into a way where like that actually won't be a hard thing. Like how does that factor into my life to really make it better? Like not having all of these obligations where I genuinely need to have my phone on me, because like I don't like it.
yeah,
Like I really don't. But it's sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
exactly, exactly. And it's like to like because during that time era, like a little bit before like the shrooms and like it was the rest day is always a hard one, bro. Even now, bro, I've been practicing it for let's see for about like 7 years, bro, and still like I just
Mhm.
got like got off one. This last one I just did like it was like 2 days ago, bro. Like it was like everybody like want my phone's going off, so I was like I'm turning that on silent. But like sometimes like you have those questions that's just nagging, like yo like. It's like a certain like, oh, dude, I want to Google this right now, and like really dive into this research right now.
Mm.
And it's like, okay, I'll go look and it's just like 50 messages, like type stuff. Like, dude, like there's texts, there's this going off, there's, oh man, dude, like, and it's just torture, but that's why, like I do my best too to not keep my phone on me. But what I was going to say was, it's always going to be a battle, bro. Like you have to like literally cement it. And especially in the beginning, bro, it's like, as soon as, it's like good and evil, bro. As soon as you make a statement like, okay, well, this is when I'm gonna rest, bro. This is when everybody's gonna want to work, bro. This is when the best podcast is gonna come on, like the best opportunities are gonna come on this day, bro. Like, and it's just like, that's it's gonna be hard, bro. But like definitely it's worth it, bro, in the end, like getting that day, definitely for sure, bro.
Yeah, it's being able to like trust the fact that like the things that are genuinely meant for you, like they're going to be meant for you tomorrow and the next day and the next week if they are genuinely meant for you. Like the fact that we feel like we have to like instantly respond to something or else we're gonna like miss an opportunity, like that opportunity was shit to begin with. Like I promise you, if if you respond to somebody a day late and like that causes you to miss whatever that was, like that thing was not for you to begin with. And being able to like trust that deeply and know that that's true, it's fucking hard.
Yeah, dude. And but like too, like people are like it's crazy, bro, because it's more like the fear like of you and like other people are understanding, bro. Like so you like build it up in your head, a lot like, man, dude, I'm gonna miss this
Hmm.
or woo woo. But then like you end up talking to people and communicating, like, look, I practice a rest day, you feel me? Like and I just don't do no work.
Hmm.
Apology that I missed this, and people like 9 times out of 10, bro, like, unless like, they're having a bad day or something else is going on, bro, like they're really understanding as long as you communicate with them, like, this is what's going on. I practice this and I'm very like, establishing this in my life.
Yeah. Now people the right people get it.
Exactly.
And the right people will always get it.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're getting towards the end of our time here, my friend. But is there anything else that you would want to conclude with, and then also to where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Poppa.cap. You can also research all our music on all major streaming platforms. Poppa Cap. Each stream helps out tremendously. Follow our YouTube channel, Poppa Cap YouTube channel, all one word. And we have a bunch of new content coming out, new vlogs coming out, new things like literally around the corner. We're dropping music videos roughly like about once a month. Music videos are visualizers, some type of like visual like that once a month. But we have like so much around the corner, like so you're gonna want to tune in. Yeah, dude.
I'm excited, brother. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I really do appreciate it. Um, and
Thank you
my
for
intention
having
at the
me.
beginning was to get to know you. I feel like I definitely got to know you a lot better today. So thank you so much.
Man, same, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you for having me, dude. And definitely feel like I got to know you a lot better, and it was fun, bro. Like I feel like everything that like the attention that you said was similar to mine. Well, that was just to have fun, just chop it up and get to know each other like that. Like just have fun, like connect, bro. So yeah, dude, like it was awesome, bro. I had a fun time. It was really chill, bro. Relaxed, and love how you started it with the meditation. Like really calm down the nerves and the sympathetic nervous system. So that's beautiful, bro. I love that you do that. Keep doing that, and bro, I wish you the best, bro. I can't wait to see like your growth, bro. Like I'm excited.
That's what it's about, man. It's about growth and it's about connection.
Yeah, and
Much love.
much love, dude.
Thank you, everybody, for listening and tapping in with us. Thank you, Poppa Cap, for coming on. Everybody, be sure to go check him out. All the links to his stuff is going to be in the footnotes of this podcast. If you want to get in contact with me, feel free to shoot me a DM or shoot me an email at tripsittingblog@gmail.com. If you're interested in sponsoring an episode or any of my content, please let me know. And otherwise, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or evening. Much love.